Hey there, and welcome to Trivia Ronin. I'm your host, Matt McNelly, and whether you're joining us live on Zoom or Twitch or after the fact on YouTube, welcome. We're happy to have you. Quick breakdown of the rules. 1, we are honor code here at Trivia Ronin, which means you keep your own score. Feel free to cheat. You get nothing. If you don't want to keep your own score, you could play with us on Trivia Rat, which is... Where did you go, Trivia Rat? You can play with us on this thing. Check it out. TriviaRat.com. You go there. You can scan this with your phone. I'll give everybody a few seconds who wants to play with it. I'm going there on my end to set us up with a game. It's a lot of fun if you don't want to keep your own score. But either way, you get nothing, so don't worry about it. That's why we talk about that. 2, after each question, you get 45 seconds to answer. Absolutely do not show your answer until the time is up. That will, if you're playing with us on Twitch, show your answer about 5 seconds before in the chat. That should line up with us live. That way everybody's happy and healthy and all the things. This is me signing into Trivia Rat. So don't worry about it. Anybody playing on Trivia Rat? You should. It's really great. And you don't have to do math. That's the fun part about this thing. Oh, missed an A. Take 2, log in, great, awesome, stop this game, we're doing classic mode. Last week I put all the photos in, I forgot to do it this week, that's just what happens, all the players gone, okay, this is a new game, great, that's me vamping not very well. Anyway, everybody ready to play Trivia Ronin? Question number 1, away we go. Oh, round 2 is gonna be funky, I'll tell you about it when we get there. Question 1. Timothy Ferriss is a self-help guru whose books claim to fix your body, make you a chef, and compress your work week into what time span? 45 seconds. Starting meow. Timothy Ferriss. I believe noted douche, Timothy Ferriss, but not 100% sure on that. Timothy Ferriss is a self-help guru whose works claim to fix your body, make you a chef, and compress your work week into what time span? Julian, do we like him? Midway? Yeah. I mean, some of his stuff's impressive. But sometimes you just...
Yeah, he had some good stuff, but also on the... I don't know.
There's some, yeah. I can imagine it goes back and forth. Anyway, what time span is he noted? Is he associated with? It's about the length of Return of the King. 3, 2, 1. Show him. Where are we at? Yeah. Some people. 4. Okay, Ross says douche. 4 hour, 4 hours, 7 hours. The answer was, for those who said 4, you nailed it. 4 hour work week, 4 hour chef, and 4 hour body. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Question 2. First sold in 1870. What is the brand name for Cheeseboro Pond's Petroleum Jelly? The brand name has not changed since 1870. 45 seconds on the clock. Going now. Cheeseboro Pond's famous company for making, I think, this. So don't worry about it if you don't know what this is. First sold in 1870. What's the brand name for Cheeseboro Pond's Petroleum Jelly? They didn't sell it under that name, although, you know, worked just as well. Branding. Branding is important. First sold in 1870, this stuff. Wouldn't buy one from 1870, but probably doesn't go bad. Anyway, show them, guys. What do we think it is? Yes. For those Stone Temple Pilots fans out there, you are correct. It is Vaseline. That's what we were looking for. Vaseline. Vaseline. Question 3. This Greek mathematician was the first to postulate it is possible to draw a straight line from any point to any other point. Obvious? Yeah, but he said it first. 45 seconds starting now. He gets the credit. You're like, yeah, duh. Everyone's an armchair mathematician, but this dude did it ancient Greek times. Lord Cheeseboro Pond. That would be if he was an English math. That would be a good guess. If he was English. It sounds like an English person. Earl of Sandwich, Cheeseboro Pond. This Greek mathematician was the first to postulate it's possible to draw a straight line from any point to any other point. Is it obvious? Yes, but he gets the credit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He was internet commenting first on this one. Yes. Pythagoras, great guess, and one I figured many would make, but Pudman got it. Good old Rash got it. Euclid, Euclidean geometry. The founder of Euclidean geometry. Question 4. What 1966 game show posed questions to married couples about their significant others, offering a prize of a fabulous second honeymoon? 45 seconds. Just to clarify, that's the grand prize was a fabulous second honeymoon. The show started in 1966. You know, when I get wordy with my questions, then I have to just give you other information that's not on the screen because I ran out of space. What 1966 game show posed questions to married couples about their significant others, offering a prize of a fabulous second honeymoon? 18 seconds. Sethron nailed it on the joke. I'll tell you when we're finished. Well done. Oh my gosh, someone's back on our Twitch to see if we want to get famous, Doug. Let me know if you want to get famous. I'm not in the mood. 2, 1, show 'em. Yes. Know Your Spouse is a good guess and probably a better name. But yes, indeed, we were looking for the Newlywed Game. And according to Sethron, second place was a divorce due to irreconcilable differences. So, you know, you didn't want to come in second on that one. Unless you did. Question 5. The lost city of Parapata is the goal for the title character in what 2019 film? Her first live action appearance. 45 seconds, starting now. Ran out of breath. Lost city of Parapata. The Incan lost city of Parapata is the end goal. The MacGuffin, as they say in the film business. Although I don't think a whole city can be a MacGuffin. Doug, you can tell me if that's true or false. The lost city of Parapata is the goal for the title character in what 2019 film, which was her first live action appearance. Oh, you muted and you unmuted and then muted.
That's funny. I would say a lost city qualifies.
A lost city would be a MacGuffin? Okay, cool. Huh. Yep, all right. Judges say the MacGuffin in this film, 2-1, doesn't matter. Show 'em. I'm a map. Thank you. Yes, Doug is correct on that one if you've seen it. Otherwise, yes, indeed, it wasn't Lara Croft. It was Dora the Explorer. Go, Diego, go. Never forget. Question 6. Linseed oil is used to preserve wood, oil paints, and make linoleum, but its sister oil, cold pressed from the same plant, is a superfood called what? 45 seconds. You don't want to eat linseed oil. Although I believe the Trump administration said it was a COVID cure. Nailed it. Roasted. Suck it, Don. He's not allowed on Twitch anyway. Oh, man, I'm killing it tonight. Linseed oil is used to preserve wood, oil paints, and make linoleum. That's why it's called that. But its sister oil, cold pressed from the same plant, is a superfood called what? Oh, it's another oil. Blank oil is what I'm looking for, if that helps you. It's in the question, but I'm not here to be a monster. 2-1, show 'em. Avocado's a good guess. Rapeseed, thank you, Doug. But yes, indeed, many got it. It is flaxseed oil. It is from the flax plant. Linseed oil is from the flax plant. Holly flax plant. Marrying me, will you be? Question 7, Master Harold and the Boys, this is my obligatory theater major question, is perhaps the most famous play by Athol Fugard, who's the most famous playwright to address race relations in what country? Too many most famous is in this question. Here's the short question that you wouldn't get. Where's Athol Fugard from? Joey showing up! He made it. Made it by question 7. There's still time.
Now this is going to be the greatest comeback in the history of Trivia Ronin.
History of Trivia Ronin history. Joey's calling it. Showed up at the end of the first quarter. He's going to win this thing.
I got my ringer with me today.
Ooh, hello.
I believe
honestly,
our comeback would be the best comeback.
the last question was about Dora the Explorer, so I think we just missed.
Oh man, I
we
had
missed
my
kids'
ringer just
time
a
by
second too late.
this close.
Oh well.
But anyway, if you know anything about Athel Fugard, Joey, hop on. If you don't, you would be one of many. 2-1, show them. What country does he write about? Race relations in. Yes, Germany, good guess. Germany, good guess. England, good guess. Steven has a theater person in there. Zuid-Afrika, bro. South Africa. Master Harold and the Boys, one of the most famous plays about apartheid ever, but you know. Now you know. Question 8. This North African country is the only one that has maintained a democratic government following the Arab Spring uprisings of 2011. 45 seconds. Who made it? Who made it out of the Arab Spring? I know. Bummer of a question. Oh, that number's in the way. Here you go. This one's better. Real bummer of a question here. Only one country. Remember the Arab Spring? We were psyched about it 10 years ago. But only one country has maintained a democratic government. It's in North Africa. Start thinking of your North African countries if you're taking a guess. If you know it, take another sip of your beer. 2-1. Any guesses? It's a small one. It's a tough one. Egypt is in North Africa, yes, but alas, they are authoritarian again. Morocco's a good guess. They have a king, though. The answer is, Morocco's doing great, by the way. They just never, did it. The answer is, somebody got it. I saw it. Tunisia. Tunisia was the one that got away from authoritarianism. Staying on that theme, let's keep it a bummer. Ripped from the headlines, what Southeast Asian nation's government was recently overthrown in a military coup after barely a decade of civilian control? 45 seconds. This happened just within the week. Ripped from the headlines. I'm making my timer smaller on the other screen, so it doesn't get in the way. Question 9. What Southeast Asian nation's government was recently overthrown in a military coup after barely a decade of civilian rule? Give you a hint. Aung San Suu Kyi. If you know what that means, you'll get the question. If you don't, that's a woman's name. She used to be the ruler. Show him. Yep. Oh, Doug, you are a monster. Ross, don't beat yourself up. Doug, you're a colonialist monster. The answer is Myanmar. Doug, subtract a point. Just kidding, don't. But still, it is the nation formerly known as Burma. Myanmar. Pray for Myanmar. They're not doing great right now. Question 10. What slang term for overzealous fan can trace its roots to a 2000 song by Eminem? 45 seconds. I'm like 40% sure we've asked this question before. Or Doug has. But if you weren't here, it's new to you. Joey, ask the kids. Maybe too young for this one.
Young people don't know. They call people this and they don't know where it comes from. I've had this conversation with many people. They're like, I don't know why they call them that. Like, you're the generation.
Yeah, exactly. If you're old, like Doug and I, you remember Eminem songs from the year 2000?
Nobody's older than me here.
That's true. Joey is.
Joey is very old. Yeah.
Joey is very old.
I'm pulling up close behind you there, my friend. Right behind you.
Hey,
Hi,
man.
honey.
Hi, love.
Matt, were you about to sing the Conan bit in the year 2000?
I was, thank you. We've done that question as well before. Yes, show them, everybody. Yeah.
Sorry. There we go.
Yeah, you got it. Stan. Stan is the answer.
Stan
I
the
could have
Fan.
said Eminem / Dido song, but that would have given it away, guys.
He's on the
Stan.
board.
Joey's on the board, guys. He guessed Zaire, which isn't a question, but don't beat yourself up. So, guys, what we do now is I go F off, probably take a shot with Darcy, and tally up scores on Trivia Rat, which shouldn't take me long. So you all get 3 minutes to hang out. See you soon, compadres.
Now, I don't know.
Hi, I'm back. Hello, everyone. 3 minutes, 5 seconds. Douglas is at 7. Yes, let's see the scores for those willing to show them. Joey, you get 1 bonus point for showing up, so we're putting you at 2. Putting you at the big 2. Emily, what was that? Hey, it's okay. It's never a thumbs down. Three the hard way, as we say in the Beastie Boys song. And craps. Excellent. Yes. So, are you guys have 7, Marissa. Does it not show you? Oh, because I started a new round. So Larry's at 7, and the lovely Foxy, who is sometimes playing, is at 1. We'll see. It's a Twitch friend. Great. First of all, bye-bye to me looking at my own name. Great. So, guys, round 2. Something a little funky this week that I'm trying out, because it came to me as if in a dream. Something odd to do with round 2. What's happening is you're going to see 3 definitions on your screen instead of a question. You're going to see 3 definitions that are all for the same word. So the answer to the question is a word. It will make sense once you see them. Some are trickier than others, but a lot of them are just like straight down the line. I think we're going to do pretty well this round, but it was just something I was messing around with. So, if you do have questions, just chime in during this round, but I think it's going to be pretty self-explanatory. We're calling it again. I'm going to call it 3 the hard way because I just said it. So anyway, question number 11 is happening right now, and it looks a little something like this. So question 11, I need you to tell me something that is a ballroom dance move, a Bill Amend comic strip, and a letter in the NATO alphabet. I'm looking for a word. 45 seconds. So one word can be the definition of those 3 things. For those familiar with Bill Amend, you'll know it. For those familiar with ballroom dance moves, you'll also know it. I know. This one just makes your brain think in weird ways. It will probably make sense after this question, but the next one's a little easier. I just like to start hard because I'm mean, as we all know. 12 seconds left. I'm looking for a word that could be a ballroom dance move, a Bill Amend comic strip, or a letter in the NATO alphabet. If you're unfamiliar with the NATO alphabet, that's like when a letter becomes a word. 2, 1, show them. Who's got a guess? Yep, Pud got it. Many people got it. Waltz, tango, all good guesses, but tango is a very good guess because you get 2 out of 3. Foxtrot's what we were looking for. Foxtrots. I know, and the moans are coming in here at Trivia Ronin headquarters. Question 12. I'm looking for something that's a Rihanna song, a handheld rain protector, and the corporation responsible for the zombie outbreak in Resident Evil. 45 seconds. This is the gimme one. One thing that is all these things. It's a Rihanna song. It's a handheld rain protector. What's fun about this round is it makes me feel like I am on an infomercial. It slices, it dices, it julienne's fries. It's also a pop song. Rihanna song, a handheld rain protector. I made up that definition. And the corporation responsible for the zombie outbreak in Resident Evil. If you're familiar with that franchise, you'll get it. 2, 1, show 'em. Yes. This should be an all skate, everybody. Ross, excellent drawing. Bonus points for excellent drawings always. Half point for an excellent drawing. Umbrella. Ella, A. Under my umbrella. Question 13. It is one's relative position within a hierarchy, something that smells bad, or the value of the largest non-zero determinant in a given matrix. This one is one where you need to know 2 of them. If you do know the third, though, it's the only definition for that. 45 seconds. We're looking for either one's relative position within a hierarchy, something that smells bad. That's an adjective. That thing smells bad. It's this word. I'm just bad at writing definitions. Or the value of the largest non-zero determinant in a given matrix. get a little clearer one here. Tunes are pretty good tonight. They're always the same. One's relative position within a hierarchy, something that smells bad, or the value of the largest non-zero determinant in a given matrix. For all those words, it's a very short word. Yep, cast is a great guess. Silo's a good guess. Status is a very good guess. Shit stain is a terrible guess. The answer is rank. Rank. Things rank and gross in nature possess it merely that it should come to this, but 2 months dead, nay, not so much not to. That's Hamlet. Question 14. An intentionally low estimate being adverse to change or innovation, or one of two major political parties in the United Kingdom. 45 seconds. Looking for one word, means all those things. An adjective defining an intentionally low estimate. 2, being adverse to change or innovation. Or 3, one of the two major political parties in the UK. Just if you know the two political parties. Giving you a binary guess here. Which means I don't feel bad if you don't know it. But I rarely do. 3, 2, 1, show them. Yep, Chris got it. Yep. Many people got it. Some people didn't. The answer was conservative. Conservative Party, Labor Party. Those are the two over there. Conservative guess. Question 15. We'll get this one. Scooping water out of a boat. B, temporary release of a person awaiting trial. And this is covered by my name, but no one's going to know it. A bar to guide a fishing line on a reel. 45 seconds. If you do know that third definition, good on ya. Question 15, one word. Scooping water out of a boat. Temporary release of a person awaiting trial. Sometimes for money, sometimes not. Or C, a bar to guide a fishing line on a reel. So the first one's a verb, the second one's a noun. Third one's a noun. And we all passed grammar class. 2, 1, show 'em. Yas. Nobody bail on this, please. The answer is bail. Bail was that word. We got it. Question 16. To display oneself ostentatiously. You have to say that in a British accent. 2, a male, mostly flightless bird of the genus Pavo. Or C, NBC's streaming platform. 45 seconds. All skate. I'm not a monster, guys. Some of these are giveaways.
What do you get when you win?
A person at Kitchen 24 used to call me this. This was her nickname for me.
So fourth definition, Joey's nickname at 24, which this does not surprise me. Hell.
My son wants to know what we win with this greatest comeback victory in the history of mankind.
With the greatest comeback victory of all time, you get a free tour of Trivia Ronin headquarters west in Santa Monica. So, young Joey, you come on out anytime. We'll give you the studio tour. 2, 1, show them. Yas. That's why I wore this fun shirt tonight. Piss Dick is an excellent guess. Peacock. Doug, we got kids on this call, man. Come on. Question 17. A mythical creature slain by Hercules. B, a small tubular hydrozoan polyp. C, a fictional evil organization headed by Johann Schmidt. 45 seconds. Yeah, this is the one that I was pretty rude about. Unless you're a big Marvel nerd. Aren't we all, though? I'm just like such a comic book nerd. I've seen all the movies in the theater. I'm such a nerd. You and all of America. Except for this next one. Question 17. A mythical creature slain by Hercules, one of his labors. B. A small tubular hydrozoan polyp. C. A fictional evil organization headed by Johann Schmidt. Marissa's going to get this by the second one. Former aquarium worker, Marissa Pistown. Yep. 2-1, show him. Yas. Doug knew it by the third. Thank you, Ross. Ross has outed himself as a member of this organization. Good work, everybody. Hail Hydra. Hail Hydra. Don't worry, Ross does he's doing a heel turn right now. He's going to come back to Captain America later. He's going to be a good guy at the end. You'll figure it out. This one I had fun with. Question 18. First name of Cramden, the patriarch on the Honeymooners. B, slang for vomiting. Or C, a breaker of the internet in a Disney sequel. 45 seconds. I feel like this one is multi-generational. Old man Joey's going to know the first one, and young Joey Jr. will know the third one. And we all know the middle.
Started out with this one. It's so easy.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, we're trying to get you that comeback.
All right.
Don't mind me, just talking to people on Twitch. Unless, Doug, you want to do that? You want to handle Trash Talk Trivia? They seem like fun. Maybe we can make friends. Cramden, the patriarch on the Honeymooners. Slang for vomiting, or a breaker of the internet in a Disney sequel. All of those things have in common. Your local grocery store here in Los Angeles. Ralph. Nailed it. Nice job, everybody. Ralph is what we're looking for. Question 19. A low frame bordering a fireplace. The mudguard or area around a car's wheels. Or C, an iconic guitar company. 45 seconds. To Trash Talk Trivia, we use a program called Trivia Rats, where folks enter their answers, which at the next break I can pop up for you. You can hop on board. Question 19, a low frame bordering a fireplace. B, the mudguard or area around a car's wheels. Or C, an iconic guitar company. Isn't it iconic? Don't you think? A little too iconic. Gotta stop there. I think that's probably too much time. 3, 2, 1, show them. Yeah. But didn't we learn something with that first definition? A low frame bordering a fireplace is called a fender. Who knew? There you go. You know who knew? Merriam-Webster Online. Question 20. Almost done with this. Question 20. A dating app. B, moving in an awkward or confused manner. Or C, an insect's buzz. 45 seconds. It's one of them dating apps. Hub Guitars. Excellent company.
I'm going to say that this one isn't fair because I'm married.
Okay. And you've never, ever moved in an awkward or confused manner. That is the tough part for Joey.
Never heard an insect
Joey
buzz.
never encountered an insect.
Don't know anything about
Well, to
dating.
clarify things for Joey, who's never encountered a dating app, an insect's buzz, that one is more of like a Victorian definition for this. I will say that.
Okay.
You would say while you strolled through the garden. 2-1, show 'em. Ah, didst thou hear the bees a bumbling? My lord? Yes, Bumble. Nailed it. So yeah, Joey, there's a dating app called Bumble. It's fine. We'll tell you when you're older. So guys, that's 2 rounds for my good friend, our new friend, Trash Talk Trivia. Let me throw you a little something helpful for y'all. Here we go. You'll see this QR thing on the side of me. You can scan that if you want to play along with us, and we will keep your score. I mean, Joe, one of our Zoom players is already talking about the biggest comeback in history. If you come on and win, I mean, then you'll be the biggest comeback over that comeback. So anyway, check this out. Right now we're going to take 3 minutes, guys. Go grab yourself a drink. We'll do all those things. I'm just going to walk away, but leave this QR on the screen just in case, and do some grading. Okay, bye-bye. Hello. Hello, hello. Douglas is at 15. We were just discussing 12. Nice. I didn't start a new round on Trivia Rat last round, which was confusing to some. But we believe Larry is at 14. After some confusion, but we are pretty sure that's independently verified. 14. Chris, you're at what? Niner. Got a niner. 17 for the Pud Man. Excellent. So, anybody's game. At this point. Where be Mawela? Here be Mawela. So, guys, the next round for any newcomers is called Wela, or What Are You Looking At? I'm going to show you pictures. I'm going to ask you a question. You are going to tell me what you're looking at. For any new friends on what's the thing called, Twitch? Anybody new on Twitch? You know, you can enter it in the chat. You can enter it in Trivia Rat. You can enter it in your brain because we're all honor system here. So anyway, without further ado, here come 10 pictures. Gonna be all kinds of fun. You just tell me what you're looking at. Question number 1. What's this? What's this famed peak? 45 seconds. Not gonna give you any more about it. Just gonna say it's a famous peak. A famed summit, perchance. Uh-oh, I've gone English. Where's the rat? Is it going? Okay, the rat is going again. Famed peak. No peeking. Get it? 2, 1. This thing is just up the road. It might have been your desktop background for a while. Pikes Peak's a good guess. Halftone's a good guess. Oh, but Larry got it. This is what El Capitan looks like, guys. This is El Capitan. Free solo. He climbs it. It's cool. That's El Capitano. I just figured some folks would have it as their background. Next.
If I only knew free solo, is that half a point?
Then I'm sure I'll give you half a point for watching a good movie. Everybody should have half a point for watching that thing. All right, what kind of snake is this? And it's a 2-word answer, guys, just so you know. 45 seconds. Doug, you are correct. It is half of a dome. It does look that way. In fact, is half dome the same thing? I didn't even look that up. It's not, right? It's something else? Okay, good. Thank you. I haven't hiked enough. I'm a bad Californian. What snake varietal is this? A charming one at that. Wink. I don't know. They can't actually hear. They just follow where the pipe goes. Oh man, that was going to be Doug's story this weekend. Oh, my snake charmer story is ruined. 3, 2, 1, show him. 2-word answer, please. Monty Python is the best one so far. Yes, indeed. King Cobra. This is what a king cobra looks like. Not 40 ounces of it. Just the real one. Next, who's this lovely little guy? 45 seconds. Who's this beloved character?
Do we get bonus points for speed?
No.
No. I need bonus points.
Okay. Well, hope nobody knows this from the arcade days, Joey. Were you
in my wheelhouse?
Okay,
absolutely.
good. I was gonna say this one was teed up for you. So, who's this guy?
I think we could probably give like a physical challenge bonus point, right?
Oh, sure. We'll get to one. Well, I'll be inspired at some point. Joey, what was your score going into this round?
9.
A 9er. Okay. I hear a 9er.
We have 10.
10. All right, so we're at 10 right now. Okay. There's a chance. 2-1. You'll see. The story will get you back. What do we got? What's this guy's name? Snooter is a great guess and should be, but in fact, this is what Qbert looks like. I mean, in reality, it looks like that, but then, you know, if you wanted the animated cute version. Qbert! That was a game sometime. I was too busy playing GoldenEye with Ross. Next! What are we looking at here? What is this large rock? Zoom in. Everybody squint. What are we looking at? My hint is I didn't just do it. I put it, it's in a museum. You see. But it has a bit of an iconic shape, I would argue. And certainly what's on it is important. If I was a real trivia monster, I would have just done the back of it. Found a photo of the back. Been like, what's this thing? Just a big old stone. Spoiler alert. Stone. 2-1. Show 'em. Yep. Holy tablet. Good guess. I mean, sure. Actually, I don't believe it was holy in any way. It was actually just for translations. It's the Rosetta Stone. It's the reason we know what how to read cuneiform and how to read hieroglyphics. So, thanks. Risotto stone, delicious. Was made under Pharaoh Arborio. Nailed it. That's Perseus. He's holding somebody's head. 45 seconds. Sorry, kids. Avert your eyes. Joey, there's such violence in this one. This is a statue of Perseus. And he's holding a severed head of somebody. It's a myth. Don't worry. I found this because I was like, why is Perseus famous? And I thought maybe Hercules did this, but I was wrong. Zoom in on the head. It'll help you. Get real squinty. This was one I was going to put somewhere else. Maybe zoom in on the hair. 2-1. Show him. Yeah, a lot of people do that one. Perfect. Okay, good. Someone important is an excellent guess for a half point. That someone was Medusa. This is Medusa's severed head. Medusa, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. Next up, who is this? Kids? Honestly, might be too old even for kids now. I don't know who's going to know who this is. But who is this?
Julian knows.
Julian knows. Okay, good. Good.
Yeah, he was on Vampire Diaries, right?
Sure.
I thought it was Twilight.
Sure.
He's on Julian's bedroom wall.
Okay. All right. Well, then, made famous from Julian's bedroom wall.
Yes, it's a poster above my wife's bed.
Mm-hmm.
I know who it is.
Nothing to be mad about. Our youngest viewer has it. Heck yeah. Joey's got a ringer in the room. 2-1, show him. Yes. I would expect more hearts on it from Julian. Jonah's cousin is an excellent guess and might honestly be true. But Harry Styles is what we're looking for. This is, Ross, just so you know what Harry Styles looks like. I didn't know until I looked up this photo. Harry Styles was the answer. What flag is this? What nation's flag? 45 seconds. Yep. Everybody's got 3 guesses. Watermelon Styles is an excellent point. Doug also got the race of Medusa. You don't want to read this on Twitch, man. I think you're going to get us banned. Putting so much race in there. You know how the Gorgons get when you talk about them. 23.
That's their word, man.
That is their word, honestly. Trump, our first Gorgon president, I believe, right? Or Kellyanne Conway, our first Gorgon.
This is my favorite country because the people there are so weird.
Oh, really? I completely believe. I don't know many people from this nation. I will say that, but perhaps Cyrus can tell us more.
They're fantastically weird.
All right. So, what weird country is this? Yes, Doug got it. Yeah. I mean, everyone's gonna guess one of those 3, but Finland was the one. One of those 4. I'm sorry. Finland, Sweden, Norway, or Denmark. This one's Finland. So, if you have a list at home of Scandinavian nations' flags, Matt has asked, cross Finland off. Next week, Sweden. Maybe I'll remember that. Who's this? So, how mean am I feeling? All right, I'll give you 2 points. Real name and name of television program. 45 seconds. Assumed name of television program that she also goes by. 2-pointer. This is Joey. This is your chance to come back. Does Jen watch enough Food Network? That's the question. Would be a spoiler, but obviously any photo of someone cooking is... Wouldn't it be awesome if I had, like... If I really try to throw people off by getting, like, singers whilst cooking? Actors while giving a stump speech? That's what I'll do for Ted Nugent when I ask that question. Just kidding. I'm never asking a question about Ted Nugent. So a 2-pointer here, guys. 2-point opportunity. Real name?
No, but you could about Selena Gomez, apparently. She has a cooking show now.
Oh, word? Okay, cool. So that's when I asked about Selena Gomez. 2-pointer. Who's got it? Ooh, Doug throwing shade. How dare you? I love this woman. That's a 2-pointer for Pud. I assume it's a 2-pointer for those in my living room. Ina Garten will get you 1 point. Barefoot Contessa will get you the other point. Ina Garten, Barefoot Contessa. And if you're wondering, Jeffrey is on Fire Island. That's a joke for my Barefoot Contessa fans. Anyway, this is a sports logo, a now defunct sports logo. Joey, I'll give you another chance to come back. Give me the city. Give me the name, the team nickname. 2-pointer.
Too easy. Used to have season tickets to the Washington Capitals.
Ah, yes, I was going to say. I know you're an Ovi boy. I love me some Ovi.
Hey.
Yay! Ovechkin hit on my ex-girlfriend while we were together, and I said, why did you end up going home with me? That seems confusing. I'm an unemployed actor. He's an NHL superstar. I'll see you in a week, you know? Anyway, 10 seconds left.
You're a former NASCAR driver.
Also, well, we'll get to that. 2-pointer. What city and team is this? Yes. All right. Good job, Larry. Good job. Pretty much many people. Chris, I'll give you one of the 2 points for Wales, but it's the Hartford Whalers. Hartford Whalers. They used to be a team. Oh yes, those chat rules are old. Sorry about this. The blank Bob Dylan. What does that say? 45 seconds. Famous album by recording artist.
Bob Dylan record, wife. The blank Bob Dylan.
Wife.
The many faces of Bob Dylan.
Good guess. Mute yourself, Joe. You're giving it away. Joey said the many faces of Bob Dylan would be difficult to fit under that bar. But I'm just in the interest of honesty. I believe what's on this one? Subterranean Homesick Blues? I think that's on this one. It's an early one, obviously. Because, we'll actually believe that Bob Dylan is with a beautiful woman. Oh, roasted. Just kidding. Bob Dylan's great. Good whiskey. 2-1. The what Bob Dylan? Very essential. Good guess. Greatest hits of. Best of. But yes, Cyrus knows. And, Larry got it. The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. One of his most famous albums. The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. Looking for the Supercalifragilistic Bob Dylan. Excellent guess. But the Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. There it is. And there's El Capitano. All right, great. So, hello, friends. 2 rounds, 3 rounds down. We do the thing now. I take score. I come back. I speak story. You give answer to story. Joey, it's a 10-point opportunity. If you're the only person who knows the answer to the story, you will have perhaps the win once I tally the scores. I don't know. Anyway, 3 minutes. See you in 3 minutes. Bye-bye.
Oh, I don't know why not.
Here he is. He's back, everybody. Boom, story time. Hi. This is my face. Tired of looking at Trivia Rat. Go away, Trivia Rat. Hi, everybody. Story time with Matt. Yay. So, let's see some scores. How we doing, everybody? I'll tell you this. Larry's at 25 after that round. 27 for the Pud, man. Yes, Julian, 17. Joey, 17 with... you can do it. 20 for Ross. It is within reach. If Joey's the only... 28 for Cyrus. Big moves. Douglas is at 20 points. Away we go, guys. So, in that case, it's story time, y'all. Joey Ross, I tell a story. Everybody else knows the deal. I'm going to tell a story. It's worth 10 points if you know the answer. Stay till the end. I've been a real jerk lately about stories where you think it's one thing and then I just switch it immediately at the end. So maybe I'll do that again. Maybe I won't. Who knows? But anyway, let's talk about my story today. My story today is back in my wheelhouse, man. It is about a baseball player because I'm a jerk. It's about a baseball player named Fred Thomas. He played Major League Baseball for 3 total seasons. He was on the Philadelphia Athletics, the Washington Senators, and his first year in 1918 was with the only team that continues to exist in the same city, the Boston Red Sox. He played for them in 1918. Fred Thomas, born in Milwaukee, December 19th, 1892. He went to high school in a city called Mukwonago because that's Wisconsin. There are many, many fun towns there. His first professional game he ever played was for a team called the Fond du Lac Mud Hens. I miss these old nonsense team names that aren't racist. And the Fond du Lac Mud Hens is a good one. There's now a team in Fond du Lac, I believe, called the Fond du Lac, it's like Mud Skippers or something mud related. Anyway, it's great. So the tradition remains. But the Fond du Lac Mud Hens was his first team he played for. Here's the deal. He got the job because his dad and him went to the ballpark to catch a game while he was just graduating high school. Goes to a game. Game's about to start. The third baseman gets hurt or is hurt earlier in the day or something. The team is warming up, and they are of a proud tradition of many other families that just go to the ballpark way too early. And so they're there. The manager looks, sees a strapping young man, and says, "Hey, do you play ball? Can you play third base?" And so our boy Fred Thomas goes, "Sure, I can play third base. What do you need? What do you need, coach?" So he gets signed to a semi-pro contract. He plays with this team for most of the season. Or basically before he gets signed, he hits a few grounders at him, let's be fair. So he plays a little pickle, fields a few grounders. He's good enough. He's on the team for the season. He stays on the team for most of the year, except at the end of the year when the third baseman gets healthy, he's booted off the team. But he's like 19 years old. It's his first professional gig. It's a pretty big deal. He's not a good hitter, but he's an excellent fielder, and so they just needed him. He played good defense. He goes back. He finishes high school. He ends up going to Green Bay, Wisconsin, up north to play semi-pro ball. He then moves to Omaha, which was in the Western League. That was its own league at the time, where he finished the season with a .285 average. So he finally started getting the bat on the ball. And then he ends up getting his rights owned by the Boston Red Sox, but he lives and plays for an affiliate in New Orleans. By the way, this is like 1918. I haven't noted this yet. So. But in 1918, he finally gets some playing time. He moves up to the big league squad. He's been going to spring training, hasn't made the team. 1918, he gets a little bit of time. I should also mention, 1918, we're in the middle of World War I. Not the middle, but we're in World War I. The U.S. joined the Allied forces on April 6th, 1917. That's when we started putting boots on the ground. We installed a draft by May 18th of 1917. Professional athletes at the time were exempt from that draft, but everybody else was getting shipped overseas. Fred Thomas, he's on the big league team for the Red Sox, keeps getting called in and out. Basically hits a point where he's like, a lot of major league ball players at his level get to this point where it's like you play 2 games and then you get called down, you get designated for assignment, it's called now, and then you come back up. And he was like, I'm tired of going back and forth. I actually want to serve my country. I just want to bail on Major League Ball right now. So he goes to enlist in the Army. Problem is, he got diabetes 2 years earlier. So he goes to enlist in the Army. They look at his medical records. They're like, hey man, we can't have diabetics going off to war. You're out. So Fred Thomas can't join the Army. He can't figure out what to do. He goes back to baseball for a hot second, and then he goes, actually, why don't I just try the Navy? Now remember, this is 1918, so it's not like there are medical records online. There are barely those today. So he goes to the Navy and says, I'd like to enlist. They look at him. They go, you look pretty good. You're in. So he goes from class 4, cannot be in the Army, to enlisting in the Navy. He's off. He goes to the Great Lakes Naval Base, which for my Midwest-based friends, the Great Lakes Naval Base is just in the Chicagoland area. So he's sent to Chicago from Boston. Bye-bye. So he gets there. Turns out the base commander of the Great Lakes Naval Station is a huge fan of baseball. So he ends up still playing ball once he gets there in early 1918. They play, basically we were playing inter-base games at the time. They would play an Army game against Rockford. They would play a different naval base in Wisconsin, blah, 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 blah. He was a stud, obviously, because he had played real ball. But also they play a exhibition match at the end of that year in August 27th of 1918. The Great Lakes Naval Station plays an exhibition match against the Chicago Cubs, and they lose 5-0. And our boy Fred Thomas goes hitless. They play at Wegman Park, by the way. We'll talk about that later because Wrigley Field is not built yet. So, World Series rolls around that year, 1918. The Cubs are in it, and they are scheduled to play the Red Sox. Spoiler alert, the Cubs don't win. That's not what the question's about. Wrigley's not built. They should play in Wegman Park, which is where they play. Instead, Wegman Park is not big enough for what they anticipate the crowds to be. So the Cubs actually played home games at Comiskey, which is a bit crazy to our ears nowadays, especially because Comiskey's been named 14 different things and demolished twice. But we were playing at Comiskey at the time. Simpler times, guys. So the Sox, who are coming into the World Series, have an incredibly good team. They're playing great, but they are having issues at third base. Now, our guy, Fred Thomas, was playing third base for them at the beginning of the year. Then he keeps getting designated for assignment. He enlists. Turns out everybody else is kind of garbage at third base. The Red Sox start 9 different third basemen that year. Every single one of them is not very good or gets hurt. And so they get to the World Series and they're like, we could use a little third base depth. Wait, Fred's at Great Lakes Naval Station? Can someone handle this? So they get Fred to request a furlough from the Navy, which is the first and only time this has ever happened. He gets a furlough to play in the World Series. That was literally what they said. They said, you got to play in the World Series, Fred. You go for it. It's fine. So Fred goes off. He plays in the World Series. He's playing third base for them. It's great. It doesn't go that well, though. Fred, he is not rusty. By all accounts, he's very, very good and very in shape. However, he goes 2 for 17 against Major League pitching. Not a great bat, Fred. However, great defenseman, and that's all they really needed. That Red Sox team didn't need a good bat because I'll tell you who was on that team. The Great Bambino, the Sultan of Swat, the Colossus of Clout, the Colossus of Clout, Baby Ruth. Aunt Baby Ruth is on that team. Not even a great World Series for Babe Ruth. He went 2 for 6, I believe, in that entire time. But pitching, killer. Babe Ruth pitched 16 scoreless innings in that particular game. He only gave up 2 runs the entire time, was a lights-out pitcher, had a record going back to the previous World Series that lasted until the present day of 46 scoreless innings. So that's what Babe Ruth was doing on that team. So they were like, we just need a guy who can field the ball, basically. So Fred gets his job. From all accounts of baseball historians, Fred Thomas makes 2 incredible plays in Game 6, the deciding game of that World Series, to the point that everyone's like, well, it was worth it. Like, Fred did a great job. He made one of those crazy diving, hot corner grabs, throws to first, gets him out. If you're a Cubs fan, you'll recall from the 2016 World Series how fun it is to watch a good third baseman make a good play. I just had to think of that real quick. Anyway, why am I talking about him? Great question, guys. Why am I talking about him? That World Series, at that point, 100,000 Americans had died in World War I at this point, within a year. That war, go listen to some hardcore history podcasts about World War I. It's incredible, but that was the first war that was just machines were developed to mow through human bodies, and bodies were getting thrown at them all the time. So 100,000 young men have died in America in this war that's so far away. The economy is actually struggling. This isn't World War II, this is World War I. We're having a tough time, and there's a second wave of men preparing to be drafted into this war because we're running out of bodies. And so at this point, the professional athletes are no longer exempt. This next draft is coming, and everyone has to go. So people are pretty bummed out because they know sports is done after this World Series, potentially, if this war doesn't end soon. So, and also a bunch of your favorite athletes are probably going to get maimed or killed. So the crowd is not necessarily having a good time at this. Also, in Chicago specifically, where this World Series is taking place, there was a bombing at the Federal Building in Chicago. That bombing was committed by a bunch of anarchists. They were called Wobblies, if you're familiar with that, the International Workers, blah, blah, blah. But they were anarchist proto-communists that put a bomb in this building and blew up 4 people and injured 30 others. So there was a recent terror attack in Chicago. So folks are scared. They don't even go to the game, actually. They moved the game to this bigger ballpark. They could have fit the same amount of people into Wegman Park, which only fit 19,000. So Attendance was down. Everything's down. People are bummed in game one. So the 7th inning stretch hits. There's a military band there because there's a military band at every baseball game. They start striking up a song that they love to play. It's one of their standards. And our boy Fred Thomas is out in the field warming up for the next inning. He immediately looks to the flag and salutes it because he is an active duty Navyman, and that is what you do as an active duty serviceman. He looks and salutes the flag. The entire ballpark notices this guy at third base saluting the flag during the song, and they go, that's interesting. They all put their hands on their hearts, which is the thing that you do as a civilian to salute the flag. So that starts happening, and everybody in the ballpark starts singing along to this song, and it becomes this whole thing where the execs are noticing everybody is singing in unison, and no one's ever heard anything like this before in a ballpark. They're all singing the song together. They're all full-voiced, and for the first time in this afternoon of sadness, people are singing. Huge outpouring of patriotism, right? So then they play the song again. The owners of the Cubs are like, let's do this again tomorrow. They play it during the 7th inning stretch. The World Series moves to Boston for game 3. At Boston, they say, don't play it in the 7th inning stretch. I want the crowd hyped from jump. Let's play it before the game. Let's play this song before the game and get everybody hyped up. To the point that other owners the next season start saying, we need to play this song before every game. We need to get hyped. And it becomes so famous in Major League Baseball that Congress in 1931 passes a law to make it the national anthem. Of course, I am talking about the Star-Spangled Banner. That was the initial part of doing the Star-Spangled Banner. It was literally the seven-nation army of the time to get people hyped up about the game. So, through a fun quirk, though, that World Series in 1918 was also famous because it was the only World Series to be played in the month of September. It's usually called the October Classic, but that World Series was played in September because of this impending draft I told you about that was happening soon. They wanted to make sure that Major League Baseball was done by the time of that draft. So the entire World Series was taking place in early September. And the deciding game, Game 6, that was when our boy Fred Thomas made 2 incredible defensive plays to keep the game alive and win the game for the Red Sox ultimately and decide the game. That deciding game was held on a day pretty significant to Americans later on in our time here on the planet. The question is, what date in 1918 was the deciding game of the 1918 World Series held? 45 seconds. Going now. Trash Talk Trivia fell into my trap. By the way, Ross, I got you. My one wine glass that my mom sent to me. 30 seconds. What date in 1918? Significant because of all the themes we talked about. Patriotism. Baseball. Tourism. Very long-winded. This all started because I was like, why do we do this national anthem thing that is becoming such a problem? 2-1, show them. Good guess. There was 2 guesses, Doug, and you guessed the wrong one. The answer was 9/11. Yes, indeed, it was September 11th, 1918, when the Red Sox last won the World Series prior to 2004. And, in the wake of a terror attack, we took solace in that song, and we did again in 2001. So anyway, that does it. I believe many, many people got it. I don't even think I let... Larry, you got it, right? Just a thumbs up. Cool. I didn't put Trivia Red on, but... So, Steven, you got it? I think you are our leader. Or no, Cyrus, you were our leader going in, right? So that's a big 3-8. Big 3-8. For the Cyrus, man. Ross, how'd you do at the end of the day? 30. 30's pretty good. Gotta get... Joey, did you make the comeback? What if I make the question worth 20 for you? Did you get the comeback? No? Okay, then never mind. All right, that's fine. We did good, though. Jen, good to see you. And the whole fam, man. I gotta get over there when people can get places ever. One of those things, I don't know if y'all have had relationships where you're like, oh, I've been meaning to visit your house for 5 years, and then a pandemic comes in, you're like, never really should have done that. So anyway, I'm going to do my little ending spiel. Thank you, everyone on Twitch. that is going to do it for tonight. Thank you so much for your support as we try to grow this experience. It is completely in the script to say that. It's right behind the camera, but it doesn't make it any less true for all of us at Trivia Ronin. That's 2 of us. I'm Matt McNally saying thanks. Please don't be a poopy person, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.